you call it, read only. Now, it has to be within form tag. So that is a mandatory thing. If I say name this time it's an input field. You can enter the data from here. So this way you can have bring in other input fields.
So it will save and
yeah. So you can, as of now, we have not given an option of save here. We have just given an option of entering some value, but it for saving again we need an action, right? So if you want to edit or enter some data, you should use input field under form. You want to see the code? Okay. So now since so much of clear with you, you have a question here. Why we are using an input field?
No question.
Okay, but using an input field, as of now, what we have done, we have just created a read-write field where we can put some value, but this value is just coming on the page. If I have to save that value or send that value, whatever I make changes here, if I have to save that in the database, then what I need to do, I need to bring a button also, right? So for saving, you need a button. So that button also.
So one question, one quick question. Sorry, no. So then if we do a data import, will it go ahead and update this particular field?
No, see this field whatever we have created, this is just view part of it, right? Model view controller, this is just on the interface. If you want to make these changes in the backend database, this is giving you an option to change, but let's say this Burlington Textile Corporation Corp of America, I say Burlington Textile, I make this change. Now this change has been done only on this interface. I have to submit this, okay, in the backend. So in the backend still the name remains this database, right?
Yeah, you're right.
So
yes.
I need to save this. I mean, before this can actually go there, I need to save it. As of now, the change is only visual change. I mean, it's only on the interface. So for saving that change, what we have to do, we have to bring an action. So we'll create a button here, Apex command button. So standard controller comes up with this save action by default. So you don't have to do anything. You just have to say action equals save. For standard controller, there is a default action which is called save, and value is what text you want to see on the button. So save now is the text which will come on the button, and save is the action. Now if you go to your view and edit page, you will see there is a button also comes up. Let me make the changes here and click on save now. The moment I click on this, these changes will be saved in the backend. I'll change the name to Burlington Textiles. Now you see the name has been changed after that save action. Clear, Subhajit?
Yeah.
What what we did, you could understand. So input field is just a field which allows read write, but by putting any value there does not make the changes in the backend. It just changes it on the interface. Save button actually helps you make the changes. So wherever we are using input field, ideally we should use a save button also with that, so that the user can make changes and save the changes, right?
Yep.
Clear? Okay. So if you're clear on this, there's one last thing that we are going to talk about. So we have created so many pages, right? So I would want you all to go back and try creating a few more pages similar to this, and we have created most of them for account. You try creating it for some other things also. Now the point is that every time we are not going to supply the ID. So far what we have been doing, we have been taking the ID from one record and supply it, but that is not the right way of doing it, right? So usually how the standard controller page is used, this page is used for overriding the standard Salesforce page, the page layout that we have. That is what Suvajit you were asking, right? That if I have a Salesforce page layout, how can I override that with this page? Now we just created this V5, right? Now my company says that okay, anytime anyone goes and clicks on an account, that account should open in this template, V5 template, not the usual. That is the reason why we are creating it, right? We want to override the existing page with this one. How will we do that? It's very simple. Go to setup, then go to customize accounts. Under accounts, go to buttons, links and actions. So this is for account, that is the reason why we are going to account. If it is for opportunity, then you should go to opportunity. So go to setup, customize, accounts, button, links and actions. Click on that. And from there, once you click on button, links and actions, you will see that there are a lot of buttons which are listed here. The view button, the list button, edit, new. So we want to replace the view page where we are seeing the details, right? So you can click on edit. As of now there is a Salesforce standard page. You will go to edit, click on edit. You will see that there is no override. As of now there is no override. We want to override it using a Visualforce page. So select Visualforce and select the page name. That's it, V5. So the standard Salesforce view page, account view page that we have, we are overriding that using the V5. Save it. Now what happens? Now the moment you click on any account, you don't have to supply ID. You can straight away go to accounts tab, click on any account. You will see that opens in this format only, this template. Open Express, Logistics and Transport, it opens in that format, right? So I've designed the template and you have overwritten the standard page using this Visualforce page. Now the user will, whenever they go to any record and open it, that will open in this template only. So open any account. Now we are not supplying the ID from our side, right? Supplying the ID from our side is not a solution actually. That was just for the testing purpose that we were doing. So go to all accounts. See, whichever account you open, that opens up in this one. Show them. How we did
I understood Visualforce, we selected V5 page.
Right.
After that,
that's it. Save it. So let me show it again. Go to setup. Go to setup. Go to customize accounts. So we are just defining which page we want to use for overriding. customize button links and actions, and under that view page is what we want to override. So click on it, select V5 and then click on save. So once you have done that, it has already overridden the standard page. Now whichever page you go and open, it will open in the V5 template.
V5 is which we have created.
Which V5 is what we have created, the tabs page.
Okay, so what was there, it replaces that.
Exactly. So that particular layout or design that we have created for that page will come for all the accounts. Now you go and open any account. Earlier, whenever you used to go and open an account, it used to open in the standard page format. Now it is opening in the custom page format which we have created. Right? Suvajit, okay with you?
Yeah.
Simple.
So,
Tell me.
so on that page layout, we were also referring the reports, right? So will that something that we will cover in the next session or two?
No, what exactly
How
was
to-
that we were referring to?
So in the page layout, we were also referring to the reports that we usually create for that particular object, right? So we were creating reports, and then we were able to see those reports for the relevant object.
Report is different,
Yes.
page layout is different, right?
Yeah, so page layout itself, we have that option. So, so when we create our own page layout, right, we also have an option to do some customization around the reports,
No.
like how we referred the reports in each of those pages.
No.
So let's say that for the inventory or merchandise page, right, I can create my own page layout and then customize it. But then
Right.
when I have the report also to, you know, or that display, you know, how I want to display it. If that's the only page that I will be able to see, how do I then customize those reports or refer to those reports that I have created related to that object, like
There,
inventory of.
there is no report on report is a different thing, right? Report is
No, no.
different. When you go and create a report from this reports tab, right? Are you talking about that?
Yeah.
The
So-
report thing still remains the same. So we have not done anything with the report. We have just created an interface. You can still go and create reports of account the way you want. The way you want the fields.
No, what I'm saying is, what I'm saying is, if you go to the app navigation, select gift box,
Not here.
select the gift box application. If you go to
Are you talking about the related lists?
not
Okay.
the related list, but if you,
Okay, I'm on the
yeah,
gift
so
box
if you
tab.
go to inventory, go to inventory. So this is one of my objects, right? So tab,
Okay.
and then I have. So let's say for recent inventory, if I click on to a blue block, right, the first one, for which I, so if I go to this one, loading for me. So here I have the report, right? So this is the page that I will create. Let's say using the visual page, layout option. And so how do I then bring this graph there?
Yeah. The
Because
graph.
that will be the only default page I will see, because I will be overriding this particular page, right?
Right. Yeah, so that graph component can be brought in there. That should not be a challenge. And you can also, kind of, what do you say, control the things. What all accounts you want to see there. I mean, this is just a very simple graph, but yeah, we will, take care of it when we are talking about multiple records. Today we were dealing with single records, right? So that sort of thing can be done.
Sorry, I didn't get you. What was that?
What I'm saying is, this is bringing a chart on it, right? For this
Yes.
particular record, yeah. So chart thing can be brought into it, and I'm saying that this will be more useful when we work with multiple records. So that is something which can be done. That is not a challenge. So that can be brought on a Visualforce page.
Okay. Okay.
We'll be doing that part.
All right. Okay.
Fine. Okay. Apart from that, any other questions? Subhajit, do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, so what we'll have to do, we'll have to go back and work on these things. One, I want all of you to spend some time with w3skills.com because some part of these things will be related to your HTML. So if you can spend some time with HTML tags, that will be good. Try creating basic pages. I mean, we have created 5 or 6 pages today. So you should be able to create at least 10-12 out of these codes. And Subhajit, I'll just need a small favor from you because this is on your developer edition.
Yeah.
If you can just copy all these codes starting from, and you do not create any code in this series. So V1, V2 is what I'll use in the sessions. You create your pages, you take some other series, okay? So that we know which all codes we have done in the session, right?
Sorry. You want to do what? You want me to do what?
I just want you to do one thing. When you are doing your practice,
Uh-huh.
because we will be using your developer edition for creating these pages. So for your practice, do not create any pages in this series. V1, V2,
okay.
This is what I'm using. So you don't create any page in that series, okay?
V1, V2. Okay.
Yeah, V1, V2, V5.
Okay.
So you want to create page, you give it some other naming convention. We will use V1, V2.
Yeah.
So that is one. Second thing, if you
Sure.
can just copy all these 5 or 6 pages code
Mhm.
into an email and send it to me, that will be great. I'll share it with others.
Yeah, I will do that.
Fine.
I'll do that. Sure.
So those are two things. One quick question. Okay. Friday is enough for you? Good Friday? Off for you? Thursday? Thursday? Okay. Sujit, we might need to do one session during the coming week. Okay. So if we do that, I will just give you a call, or I'll just drop you an email. So a day in advance, and then we can discuss about the timing part. Fine. I think I'll be a little more clear by tomorrow. You can also check, huh? Fine. So if we are doing that, we'll let you know. Fine.
Can we split the session